Welcome back to the RMG show. This is your host Killer J here, and
Edward Point.
yeah. So, all right, today we are talking about Limbo on available. All right, the developer Playdead as well as Double 11 on PlayStation Vita, and publisher Microsoft Studios on Xbox and Playdead on other platforms. So, the game was released on Xbox 360, PS3, PC, OS X operating system, Linux, Steam OS, Xbox One, PS4, PlayStation Vita, iOS, Android, Online, and Wii U. It was released on everything, so.
Yeah.
And this game here is a genre puzzle platformer. So, basically, what I think of the game, you do a lot of thinking with this game. You go to the place, you do like puzzles, like you grab stuff, you push stuff towards you, try to outsmart things. You have to do a lot of back and forth. It is an interesting game because it's pretty good for what it is. I actually enjoyed Limbo so much. It was a pretty fun little game actually, and it's pretty good for what you can do. Get into it there. It's one of the better indie games that's been put out there as the last set of games. So
Yeah.
the mode is a single player game, and this game is pretty good. I can say a lot more about it because Limbo is a 2D side scroller incorporating the physics system of Box 2D governed environment objects in the player's character. Basically, you're a kid trying to survive the night. Basically.
Yeah.
So yes. What do you have to think about Limbo as I'm telling you about it? What do you think so far?
Well, what I think so far, it's pretty good actually. I find it's okay.
Yes, that's awesome.
Sounds pretty good there, and yeah,
Yeah,
I like to play it.
yeah, that's awesome. That's pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good as the game is very good. It's like lots of gameplay out of it. You get on anything you want there. You can play it on your tablet or stuff like that. You can play it on your Android and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The primary character in Limbo is a nameless boy who awakens in the middle of a forest on an hill, edge hill, edge of hell. The game's title is taken from a Latin limbus meaning edge, while seeking missing younger sister who he encounters. He encounters only a few human characters who are either to attack him, run away, or are dead at one point during his journey. Who he encounters a female character who abruptly vanishes before he can reach her. The forest eventually gives way to a crumbling city environment. On competition, the final puzzle, the boy is thrown in through a pane of glass and black back into the forest. He walks from a short distance until again encounters a girl who, upon his approach, stands up, startled. At the point, the game abruptly ends.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a story. I'm gonna try to find out the story about it there, but
Yeah.
because this game is more or less for just more or less using your brain, like little puzzles, stuff like that. More or less like a thinking man's game for anything else. Like,
Yeah.
so that's pretty good. It's pretty good for what it is, actually.
It's like more of a thinking game than like of anything else.
Yes, it's not like a shooter or anything. It's just you
Yeah.
go to area, you solve a puzzle, you feel good solving puzzles. This is one of
Exactly.
the best games that are on PlayStation. I actually enjoyed this on PS4, so that's the
Yeah.
version I'm giving my personal opinion on. It's for everything. You can get it on the 360, Wii U, and everything. It's pretty good for what it is. The graphics are good there. The overall
Yeah.
gameplay, good. The sounds, the music's all good there. It's got that very creepy tone to it. It's very cool what they do with this game. It's very good. I like it.
Yeah.
So, and it's very fun that you can play stuff like this because it's not just that there, but it's the overall enjoyment what you have with the game these days. Because most games, you pop in a game, you sit back, you relax, let the game suck you into its story and its narrative and its awesomeness. And there are some good games. This is one of them. This is one of the games that is pretty good.
Yeah.
So what do you have? What overall else do you have to say? Like, you know, what else I can say?
Like, sounds to be a good game. I like to try it out, and so like more of a thinking game, like a shooter game and all that. So sounds pretty good.
Yes. Actually, yes, you're like you said. There's more thinking in a shooter game because this, it's like you have to, use your mind, and it's pretty good for the elements that puts in there. You know,
Yeah,
it's
because
something.
like a shooter game, it's like not much thinking, just like looking around and all that. But like those are games like you're talking about, like you got to put your brain into it and think a lot more than usual
Yes,
with other games.
that's true. Yeah, you got a good point there. Very good point. Is for shooters, you just go to one little area. You're going a linear path. You're going to kill a few guys here. If you get a few guys there, you do a little cinematic. But this is more. This is not much of really a cinematic game. It's more or less, just more of all gameplay and figuring stuff out. You go to the next area. You try to try to break a spider's leg. You fight a spider as well in the game. You fight a spider. There's like, you try to outsmart the spider because the spider, you picks you up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Actually, this is it's a pretty interesting game. Overall, gameplay is good. Graphics is good. Sound audio is pretty good. I don't know what else I can say about it, but overall, it's pretty good for any fan that's a fan of platformers and thinking games and overall the enjoyment. This is actually a pretty good package for what you get. Because I got
Yeah.
this game a couple bucks on PlayStation 4 store for a couple bucks. But I had this game for a while. I just never got around to reviewing it because
Yeah.
it's been a while.
Exactly.
But I got it for like $2 or $3. It was on PlayStation sale. They had a little sale indie games. You buy a couple games here, you buy a couple games there.
Yeah.
It's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
So actually, yes. There's more and more you can find out. There's like, the developers put a lot of time and effort to this stuff too. It's pretty good what the developers do. It's interesting what they do with stuff like this because, overall the replay value, the overall you get achievements for beating the game. It's quite a long game, but it's more or less, overall an experience of how the game works and how the mechanics work and interesting, puzzles and
Yeah.
overall stuff.
Yep.
So overall, I think this is one of the best games I have interesting game reviewed so far for a platform because I don't usually review platformers. I usually review the shooting games a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give my rating on this and my final thoughts.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So my rating, I actually give it a 10. So what's your rating of this game?
Uh, 10,
1 to 10
I
scale.
guess.
10.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
So, anything else you want to add about the game? You got some time. You can add a little bit more to it there.
Not really.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes, man. I'm telling you, awesome.
Yeah.
I already asked you the other day. Maybe.
So, yes, this is a pretty good game. I suggest picking up for if you're a fan of platformers
Look at
and
that noise.
games and overall replay value and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good for what you get with a game like this because it's very good. It's overall this is RMG and Retro Mind Games is back with a review. So thanks for coming on to the show, Edward. I appreciate it that you come on to do a review with me. Appreciate it very much.
Yep. No problem. Anytime.
If you don't have anything to do, I'm usually available to do stuff. I can come down. I can come to the show. I can come and get you to do a review and just have fun.
Yep. Yeah.
So RMG will have more stuff planned. I will actually have more things coming up. I will have more, just to get more involved. Maybe I'll get you involved with a Q&A sometime soon there.
Yeah.
And answer some questions from my viewers and that there because the viewers always like stuff like that. So
Yeah.
so
Anytime.
yep. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. Yep.
So Retro Gamers will see you later and look out for 2016. And this is gonna be an interesting year because it's gonna be like 2015, but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna have the greatness and overall feeling of the show again.
Yep.
So Killer J and Eddie or Edward.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's all right.
Yeah, that's all right with me.
See you guys next time. Bye.